Hello and welcome back. Today we're playing Victoria 3 as Syria. In last episode we had an absolute banger of a time. I think we I have to double check, we 6x construction or something, or we 5x construction. Largely off the back of, we demanded recognition from Prussia, then we became a major power. Later we become a great power. This decreased our interest payment by a whole lot. We also demanded, and are still getting from them, war reparations, which has been huge, which allowed us to just catapult our economy, really push us forward, and we're kind of emerging onto the world stage here as a major player on the back of all this. And it's because we didn't have the power to fight Prussia, but we were watching Europe, waiting to see a revolution or someone just super weak, and we saw Prussia getting clapped by Russia, Austria, and a bunch of German small states, or Bavaria and this sort of thing. I think Baden was in there as well, and so we just landed to the back door. We managed to get a landing on the 5th try or something, and then just holding on to the state for just a little bit was enough to enforce to demand the war reps and the recognition. So this is kind of where we are now, and where we're going is I think we're going to prepare for a little bit of a fight with the Ottomans. So currently the Ottomans will not, so the Ottomans have an army power projection of 160. We have an army power projection of a little bit less than them, but we're going to ramp up our military at this point anyways. And so what we might do is we might declare war in order that they, we're going to quickly save, because we did not save in between the last episode and this one. But what we are going to do is I think we're going to declare war, and we're going to try and release Iraq. Getting Iraq as a subject is going to be huge for us for doing this objective of forming Arabia, which is kind of what we've been working towards. We can try and pull Iraq into the market and then, vassalize them or annex them by doing the things for the cultures, for the nature formation for Arabia. We have 7 out of 16 required. I think we want to try and get Egypt as a subject before we do this. I don't know how we're going to do that. That seems kind of far away, but for now, Ottomans might be next target, with the idea we have to fight Russia, Austria, or Great Britain kind of after this, I think. But let's quickly look, what do they have? They're rivaling us, they have an embargo. Well, sorry, they're rivaling Egypt. And so maybe we can do something. Why can't we start a diplo play against you boys? A little confused. Because we're involved in a diplo play. That's right. My bad. We are puppeting these guys first, and then we will do something. We also added a little bit to the queue. In particular, we just took a look what the lower strata was keeping them down, and we see that a large part of it is the price of clothes and the price of services, and so we're going to try and decrease the price of these two goods quite a lot moving forward. Service is a bit hard to decrease on your own, but I think we can do it a little bit with the Arts Academy. I think they make services, not yet, but we are also building an Arts Academy to provoke the event. We're building enough universities to provoke the event, and so these things will pop off pretty soon here. And they back down, and so now we can start to play against these guys. And what we can do is we can pick a war goal, something like ban slavery, which is a fine war goal, and then just add on top of that release Iraq, and this will be pretty good. And it will also allow us to, we can tell them to revoke cores on a lot of this stuff, so that they don't hate our guts as much. If this is something we're kind of interested in. So I think I'm just going to do ban slavery on them. And then we are going to need to expand the military to make this war pop off. So I guess we're not going to do it quite yet. But we are going to put more military into the queue. Do have to wait for this guy to recruit a little bit. So why don't we do some of this. I do think we have opium, so I think we can do this. So well, we can't swap over PMs now. Alright, we'd want to get rid of this Zululand stuff. But we can't swap over PMs now, because then it'll make our guys be pretty bad. This guy dies. Our Industrialist. I think he was... Nice, he's an IG. He's a reformer now. Before we were not getting both bonuses. Now we are getting bonuses from all 3 of the best interest groups. Unfortunately, we swapped down to contested government. I suppose we could decrease taxes to get up in there. credit where credit's due. I think I'm going to give it to probably the trade unionists because I don't think they're powerful yet. So this is a victory for the workers. And hopefully we can try and keep the industrialists powerful. A reason that we are not switching to proportional taxation, even though it makes more money, is this is a way of re-injecting money into the industrialist hands. You'll notice this is a pretty large proportion of our national, or it's large in relation to our national revenue, and we're not even spending all of it. And so this is, ooh, we get paths to liberalism. But what this is doing is, so whenever you tax your pops, you're taking your money away from the pops. And so taxing your pops more isn't necessarily a good thing. With proportional taxation, we tax the higher rung pops more. Notice we have dividends tax and this sort of stuff. With per capita, it's just based on each person. And so this is allowing, we want to keep the industrialists powerful for now, and so it's increasing the investment pool transfer effectively because it's making those guys a lot richer, which is also keeping their clout high. Although we do have census suffrage, and as this creeps up, it will start to not matter as much. And so at some point we probably switch over, but right now we are enjoying getting triple bonuses from them. And we would have to get these guys up to like plus 20 loyalty for that swap to make sense, because we would rather just keep getting this for now. And just give them more money, and then they give a proportion of that money back to us effectively. Okay, so we get Liberal Trailblazer. That's fine. I really like the Radical Event Chain, because at the end of it, you do get pretty strong bonuses, so we'll go Radical. And they want universal suffrage, protected speech, guaranteed libs. We have, like, all of those things, so they will also be very happy with us in general. And our military is currently increasing up. We have another 10 in the queue. Let's make it 20. Of course, all this is a little bit expensive. We are excited for steel frame to finish natural spreading to us. We will, since we're making money in the investment pool, and this can only pay for construction goods, we will be swapping that over. I think in preparation we have added steel mills in a couple spots. I think we will create a new steel mill industry here as well, and we will set this to auto expand. They don't have any industry currently, so this should be pretty profitable, and we should be able to keep the price of steel low. This is our hope, at least. And I guess we just have to kind of wait for the construction queue to clear. We're going to take a look. We don't mind having a higher minimum expected standard of living, and we'll take the extra loyalists. Notably, those loyalists are not a lot in number, but they are important loyalists because they're the ones with a lot of clout, and so they will help contribute to this approval rating bonus, because that is based on the ones with a lot of clout. We will increase the government administration here. We will look for any place with insufficient tax capacity, and we will increase government admins in those places as well. There's Zerno. And we keep getting mass migration events, so we are still going to get a ton of migration, even though we couldn't be inside someone else's market, but our migration, is going to have a different sort of equilibrium where we're heavily reliant on mass migration events to really push, wages and standard of living and stuff down. Ooh, look what Austria is doing. So hot. We're doing a ton of trade with Austria, so that's probably a big part of that. Klebs is finished. I think we want this to make dyes, and we've always wanted this, so we'll do that. Can annex these guys while we wait. People generally don't interfere with this war. While we wait for our military to build up to fight Kebab. And notably, if we fight Kebab and we got Russia to join against us, which we did for several of these wars, where we just took one province, the war, they just backed down and we didn't actually get the war, and we need to actually get the war. I think we want university building throughput for however long. Open arms. And this is the event I'm talking about. This is so strong. And I'm not 100% sure if you get this from going the liberal. I think this is from not discriminating going like the liberal route, but come one, come on, you get teeming shores permanently for the 25% migration attraction. It's so strong. Philosophy department. Oh no. Thesis, antithesis. If you want a really bad time, try and read some Hegel. We'll take the progress towards pragmatism. William James would approve. So we provoked those two events, which is nice. Nice, nice, nice. We are basically break even, but a lot of this is going to investment pool. So what we have to do is, we're really waiting on this to pop off. The steel frame. We have pretty good auto construction things going on. We are in the capital really trying to push these textile mills up quite a bit. The Netherlands get swayed and they back down. Is that what happened? Yeah, that is what happened. Fair enough. We will just expand all that. Now it says we're losing money, but we can deficit spend because we're a great power now. It's really not a big deal. Especially, I think that, if I'm not mistaken, steel buildings is big. If I'm not mistaken, the petite bourgeoisie, I was mistaken. I was going to say, if I'm not mistaken, the petite bourgeoisie is happy with us. But I was mistaken. Yeah, they were not a fan of the swap off of monarchy. We do have elected bureaucrats, though, which is nice for their clout. They will stay probably powerful. We don't want to piss off the Industrialists right now. We just want them, because we want to get the second bonus. And so we are in kind of chill mode. I think in regards to all that, patronize the realist arts. I think I'll take the progress on the camera. We are a little bit behind as far as tech goes, so that'll help quite a bit. And now we could probably start to play against them. We're going to save beforehand. We've just... Normally this is not our style in terms of the plays, but we have been doing it this run, so I guess there's not much reason to stop doing it. We will try and see if we can recruit a general. Why do we have stuff in South Africa? For this, we will delete these guys. Of course, the ports. Really hate how the AI does this. I don't think we want to incorporate this in South Africa, but we can put that on auto expand, give you the dynamite. Also, the boom boom should be doing a little bit better now, so why don't we make sure all these are auto expand. Unfortunately, we can't swap that over in time for the war. And we'll dynamite? Nope, we can't quite make them make enough dynamite. Yeah. Do we just need a bigger throughput bonus? They're really productive, but they don't just... Would you employ enough? Can we swap it and you'll slowly fill it out? Let's swap a couple of these over. We're going to take a look at our military 517 versus theirs. So we are smaller than them still, but I think that we're still recruiting up here. Right? We are running shortages, so let's see if we can import to solve that. The British we have a trade agreement with. This is a problem that is also driving. We have a trade agreement with Austria as well. And as soon as we do that, people start importing... Oh, no, wait. Yeah, people start importing ammo from us. Very obnoxious. I think we were trying to decrease the price of sulfur. Part of our strategy on that. Well, it looks like we're going to need a little bit more juice or military to pull this... Oh, we have 20 in the queue. Yeah, so it's a matter of getting the ones in the queue finished. let's see if we can recruit a new general here in Arabia. Not really. We can recruit a landowner general and then fire him. So this is Mustafa al-Quinine. We'll retire you. Sorry, brother. Take a walk. Take a walk. Not a week. That's kind of not what we wanted. We'll retire you as well. Actually, you're decent. We'll just promote you again. I'll look to start this fight with the kebab. To ban slavery. By the time it pops off, we should be stronger than them. Well, looks like we actually wanted to have 3 generals here. I wish we could put as the primary war goal releasing Syria, but we can't. So we're gonna do liberate Iraq. Sorry, we're liberating Iraq. We are Syria, and then revoking claims probably on a couple of these. But they're just uncertain. We can't sway anyone. Hopefully they don't sway anyone. We just want a good, clean fight with some war reps at the end, too. And then we'll use the rest of our maneuvers to... Actually, is this still subject? Tripolitania. We're gonna start bankrolling them and try and get them into the customs union. We'll raid the convoys. We might do a landing once we push through here. They're mobilizing and conscripting. Rivalry with Prussia's broken, but somehow we still are floating excess Diplo. Go figure. I think we still have some more of these in the queue, and these guys are still employing, so we're going to kick these all to the top of the queue. And we can sway Austria. I don't think we will, but, well, let's see what Austria would even want. They want a treaty port. Yeah, we actually don't want Austria to join, because if Austria joins, then they would not want this fight. But we will probably make them... Well, we could liberate countries. We could liberate Cyprus. Actually, let's take a look here. We're going to declare an interest here, so we can actually do more stuff with them. And I guess we're going to declare an interest in Egypt. In Ethiopia. Actually, let's declare an interest here. This will be fine. We're probably going to want to start colonizing in here soon. This isn't good. This is not good at all. I think we will want to add even more of these to the queue. I'm just going to import from everyone our ammunition to try and solve that problem. And boom booms from everyone we can. Don't think... once we get an interest in here, we might want to liberate one of these other countries from the Ottomans. To really sink the nail in the coffin for them, I think. Maybe we should have spread out the barracks so they'd employ a little bit easier. I'm really concerned by these numbers. I might be overbuilding the military here. Bunch of rivalries get broken. Okay, the numbers kind of fix themselves in a way that I find coherent, but we will just let these barracks complete. And we will maybe wind some of these down after this war. So now we will liberate Bulgaria. Liberate these two countries, and then the Ottomans will be basically dusted. A thing of the past. Looks like it might take a little while for these guys to get all wound up. So maybe we click them on defense? Might have to go for some conscripts, even. I didn't think I would have to. Oh, we got friggin' steel frame buildings. I meant to swap over. This shouldn't cost us any money. It's minus 93k. Ooh, our investment pool is not growing by a huge amount. Yikes. Okay. So, can't start swapping those over yet. I guess our investment pool is draining at a really slow rate though, so maybe we want it to drain a little bit faster, so we'll swap these over to steel. And it'll drain faster. Of course, steel does cost the boom booms. Everything costs boom booms. Hopefully you can actually, we'll probably just click this guy on defend. And this guy on defend. For now. And let this guy push. And wait for these guys to reinforce more. They both have good defender. This guy should be able to push a little bit easier. We're on similar PMs to him though. Our defense, we'll out attrition them a little bit. And hopefully get ourselves into a bit of a better position. And maybe look to land the capital as a way of doing this. Just push in through here and then land the capital with the little guy. We are advancing and pushing through here, so looks like we're about to get some dirt. Here it looks like we're defending well enough. And these are reinforcing up to like the 35 target and the 12 target. This one already has all the generals, or the guys. So this is going good. Don't think we want to try and pass a law because this guy's comfortably on plus 10. Loyalist situation is improving. Ooh, we're gonna have a hard time landing if this is how the Navy battles are going. I don't think we can push very easily here, unless his PMs aren't very good. But it might be a bit of a drain him more. Maybe we should have come to this battle with a much bigger stick. We'll try in 51 here, though. So that's 43, 48. The closer you get to 51, the more benefit you get from getting to 51. We'll also add a couple of railways at the front to pay for that. And after this, we'll take it off auto-expand, so we can 51 something else. But you, boyo, we're also going to try and take you to 51 as well. Trying to make clothing cheap to increase our standard of living, while simultaneously that's like one of our biggest exports, so... Interesting swing, but okay. I'm for it. Do you just not have... Oh, you just have a lot of line infantry and only a little with some good PMs? And ours is full good PMs? So this one's more than double our unit, and this one's also more than double our unit. So maybe we're just pushing with this guy. For now, I guess. Job creators gets deactivated. A bit unfortunate. But... So we're not getting this bonus anymore. But this means that we could maybe switch something that they don't like. Oh, they are okay with restricted child labor now. Why are you okay with it? Because you're a reformer. Perfect. So we will restrict child labor, and that will actually make you happy. Because you're a reformer. Also make the petite bourgeoisie happy, which gives us bureaucracy, which is nice. I love bureaucracy. So we might actually be able to do the survey skyscraper. No, not yet. Alright, we're gonna swap you to push. Our enemy Russia. Russia is getting chalked up over here. We are going to want to start colonizing some of this soon. I think we'll go with Luongo here, and we're just trying to secure some, like, an entry into the rubber-rich area of the Congo, because we don't want to get cut off by Russia here. We do not have, you know, civilizing mission malaria prevention, which is kind of where we want to be for this, but oh well. I guess we will continue to increase the university a little bit. Home affairs does get increased. Maybe, so here's the thing, I don't think we can afford to increase this because a big part of the excess bureaucracy we're floating is not real, or it's just the result of the petite bourgeoisie being happy, which I don't know if they're going to be happy with us long term. I guess maybe it won't hurt too much to go up 1 on the law enforcement. Law enforcement's a pretty good one. Decreased mortality per wealth would also be decent. But we want to try and get rid of some of these radicals. Just try and edge them out. Paper's nice. We'll decrease your radicals a bit. We don't... Ooh, we can... Yeah, let's just take this minus on them. We overpay them? Maybe? No, I don't think we want to. Don't even think we would really want to be doing this overpay. But we're doing it because it just perfectly lines up the authority. We could increase taxes if we need to, but I think we're cool where we are. We would still be legitimate, but we would not, we would be gaining more radicals. We are pretty happy with where we're at with that regard. Also, the more money our guys are getting, the more we're getting transferred. So this investment pool change being bigger is nice. So we're going to swap over another one of these. Let's swap over the one that has this. And let's swap over you guys, because you guys, we're probably still going to be building the capital most. And now this should be draining the investment pool quite a bit, which is good. But we are running some shortages. What are we running? Glass, boom booms, and steel. That's fair. Now where are we making glass out of? Here. Playwright endorses reform. So we would love the trade unions to be powerful. Of course, just the flat pretty... Well, the 20 prestige probably doesn't matter too much. We're actually content to just be continually passing child labor, restricted child labor. We're pretty cool where we are at in that regard. Let's see if we have insufficient tax capacity somewhere. We do in Trabzon, so we will add a couple more there. We're slowly pushing in here now. Can we... Do we have to get them... We have to... Okay, so we're going to have to land the capital or push the capital. So I think that once this guy pushes all the way through, we will be looking to do that. Maybe we can start pushing here and try and land with this guy. We got an obligation from Cockend. Can we invite you to the customs union using an obligation? No, but we can absolve it to make you amicable. Let's take a look at all of our rolls. Bank rolls. We want to protectorate you. Let's stop bankrolling them for now. Let's mirror them. Sure. We don't mind giving you some popularity. Especially if it's curbing the Intelligentsia. Cockend, we do not have an obligation. Kalat, we have an obligation. We can't pull them in, but let's absolve to make them amicable. Sikhs, we cannot. And Tripoli, we have an obligation with. Can we invite you to the customs union? We exactly can. That's nice. We'll stop bankrolling. Can we protectorate them somewhere down the line? No, doesn't look like it. So we'll stop bankrolling them. And just take them into the customs union under our wing. Why did this guy leave the front? Oh, he died. General dies. Yeah, that's awkward when that happens. We'll take this guy and we will mobilize him, move him to the front. It's a bit unfortunate. These guys get a little bit of an extra juice for temporarily, though. Oop, we did get that. I think we'll go civilizing mission, because I think we want to turn the corner a little bit on our colonizing. Tripolitania does join our customs union. I think we want to turn on vacuum canning. And we want to switch everything to publicly traded. Except for things that cannot... are having difficulties employing. So not that, but we will switch to rifles. Not that. We will switch this to covered markets soon. We need a lot more glass. But the most important one to switch, or ones to switch over, are the rural stuff. Or at least the ones, not all the rural stuff, but all the agrarian rural stuff. Oop, you should be using railroads. Can't do steamships yet. So we don't forget, we will add the port here. We are eating quite the deficit. We're going to expand that even more, but at the front of the queue, we're going to put a couple of these. To make this work. Also going to expand some of this stuff in the capital. What is this about? Alright, whatever. Trade agreement broken. They broke their... Great Britain broke off their trade agreement with us. We're going to improve relations. We kind of don't want them to be cautious. And trade unions are now powerful. So we are getting double bonuses on the workforce ratio, manufacturing throughput. These are huge. Big, big, big bonuses. We have all three of the interest groups powerful that we want powerful. Can we bring you in? No, but this is a bit better because I have no idea why this is so much better, but we're gonna... Oh, I see. It's doing this, and then... I mean, that does put us righteous. Do we have an election going on now? No, we don't. An obligation from Calkins. We usually bring you in the customs union yet? No, it's so close though. So we are going to just export some stuff to them, and then they should be able to swap over. So luxury furniture and furniture. Just do a little more volume of trade, and then we should be able to pull them in the market. And most importantly, this will give us an adjacency to the Xing market. So, invite the customs union, use obligation, you should say yes now. Let's see if we have insufficient tax capacity anywhere. We'll add a level another one. I know we have a couple. But now that they're in the market, if we take a look, the market extends its arm all the way to Xing, which means that, for example, Xing has really expensive tools. Let's see if we can export tools to Great Xing. We might already be exporting tools. Ah, look! 0 convoys. We can also export them to Russia. Hardwood, we don't want to export. Luxury clothes, more than happy to export those to you, bud. Porcelain? I hate that we can't click inside their market and do this. We have to do it like this. I think we're importing dyes from them. But luxury furniture and furniture we'll export to them. I guess not that. We'll export regular furniture to Russia. That'll be super profitable. And then we'll take what's really cheap here. Go to import. We'll import oil from Xing. We'll import fish from Xing. And our economy is just going to explode off the back of this, which, like, we would not have the convoys to support this, but now we will. Tobacco from Xing. This will also import it from Russia. Fabric's going to be the big one. Fabric from... We're already importing fabric from Xing. Meat and fruit and liquor and grain. Meat, fruit, liquor, grain. Meat, fruit, liquor, grain. Grain. Meat. Fruit. Liquor. Which we're triaging around. We're not triaging, arbitraging. Triage, that's a different thing. We can import opium from them, though. There's no opium consumption in our market. Ooh, what's this about? Well, it's a little bit of an annoying one. I feel like we might need to increase the military a little bit, and I kind of hate it. Because we've already increased it so much. Also, we're getting kind of close to a default, but I think that a lot of stuff should start getting really profitable now. We will make you steel frame as well. Yeah, the boom booms. I think we might make some boom booms here. Gonna kick a couple of these to the front of the queue. I think they should be able to find employment now. Are they embargoing us? No, France is embargoing. Ooh, yikes. So now would be, for example, now would be an excellent time to declare war on France, because everything is trapped out of their market. Of course, we can't do anything with them, because we're in the middle of a pretty big war. I don't actually want the petite bourgeoisie to go away, so we'll do this. I want them to stay in... I don't want them to become marginalized, so... I understand. It looks like we'll just handle that eventually. Freedom of trade. Marketplace of the world. We'll do sell, sell, sell. Maybe buy, buy, buy was okay. Maybe buy, buy, buy. And we'll take a look at some whack-a-mole here. What happened to the guy who was here? You just decide. Oh, you're right there, and you're gonna, okay. You're gonna move back. No, the fronts just get massacred. Come on, man. I want you opposing this guy. Yeah, here's fine. I hate having to micro this. I'm gonna recruit more generals, I think, is the solution here. Looks like he recruited another general. Oh, this guy handles Bahrain stuff. So, which guy is this 10 stack in here? You are Shukuri ibn... I don't even know how to pronounce this. But we'll try and land the capital with him. Assuming these guys don't get clapped, which they probably do. I think we've been losing the naval engagements. Oh, no, we didn't here. So we're going to try and land with Shukuri ibn whoever his name is. I'm going to try and land with him. We're still draining. Oh, how are we making... that's wild. So I guess we need to... We're trying to drain the investment pool, right? There we go, steel frame some more. Oh, you're gonna need another rail for all that. you are going to need more of these. Construction's coming up quite a bit. We're fine deficit spending, although we will want to rein it in somewhat soon. The interest is only 11k. We were paying more interest when we were running like a third of the debt. Radical Brazil is trying to sway us against Brazil. They're already an obligation. I think we're okay with this, actually. And we will move this guy over to help with this. Or actually, let's move him over to the front of ours, this one. We might have to recruit yet another general. We have one guy there. Alright, we just got this guy here. So this guy, it's 10 stack, we will move here. Because this guy's currently in France's custom union. We'd love to have them in ours, which Radical Brazil might join. Unfortunately, France might join against us here. Should not be ideal. But we'll risk it. Gotta risk it to get the biscuit. We are winning this naval battle, so hopefully we get the landing off. This stuff is wildly profitable right now. Boom Booms, can you employ them? No. Get some extra authority. We might be able to lower taxes then. Or lower payments on these guys. Yeah, we can. Bring in some more money. And we get restricted child labor, so we will be able to up the institution here for education. I think we'll just do some of this. Wow, you just aren't making a lot of money. Why? Is it because the boom booms are so expensive? Yeah, your inputs are just so expensive. Let's try and get tools cheap, actually. Let's just do some of this. Let's get you to 51, my brother. And you, we're trying to get tools to 51 on you pretty quick here. I think we have enough rails, so we're in good shape. Well, let's try and get the tools cheap at the market. We get the landing off. Unfortunately, our guy just randomly unassigned, which is how things go with landings. Our war with Brazil breaks out. We will be pushing in, it looks like. Probably on both fronts here, so that's nice. Things are going along swimmingly. And we're making money, jeez. And we're only losing 8k here. Insane. So we will take a look at the whack-a-mole situation over here. Yeah, could build more there. And let's see about building any gold mines. We can. And we can build oil rigs in a few places. We will do that. Of course, we're using a little bit of oil here. These glassworks are having a hard time employing just because they can't get the labor there, so we'll just put down a smattering in the capital. And it looks like we're about to enforce on kebab. I think we'll try and go for the Diplo. Unfortunate, we get this event. We're gonna try and Diplo grab these guys here. Awesome. Good timing too. Because now we will swap over everything on the ironclads. So we'll come in here. Ooh, we do not have enough. We're like, we must be importing clippers or something. So after these finish, we will swap over. I don't like this. I think they're gonna cut us off with this. Oh, they lost the war with Fang though. Interesting. Wild, actually. Looks like they're moving over to this front. Quite nice. We get another upstart here. We got 10 coming in there though. That'll be fine. We're making money. We could decrease the taxes here and just continue to deficit spend. I think I like that to try and juice these guys up. How are we doing on bonuses? So we could get the petite bourgeoisie bonus in a little bit, which would be good for the deficit spending. So I think we're going to do that. And then, yeah, Russia's really pushing in on these colonies. Unfortunately, we can't colonize that quickly until we get the malaria prevention tech. We get the radical party. Let's see if they're winning. Ah, the nice radical block. Unfortunately, oh, okay, we can do this, and this will be fairly legitimate. But we do want to include them in the government, these guys. Guess maybe we want this block for now. Or this block, I mean. Does create some radicals, but this having the hyper rifles will help with that. Mexico wants a defensive pact. Whoa, what happened to America? It almost looks like Captain America. That is the wildest looking America ever I've ever seen. I'm clipping that. That is Are you okay, America? We have the Confederate States of America here. We have New Africa. We have the United States, which has 1, 2, 3, 4 border guard areas. And we have America. That is a vibe. We don't need to protect... Oh, that was with Italy. I was going to say, we don't need to protect... There's nothing to actually mess with. Nobody's messing with you, Mexico. We might try and stick our finger in this pie, though. Trade agreement with Great Shing. I would gladly accept that. Oh yeah, brother. So I do think we want the Radical Party to win, so if it's close, we're going to go with the Radicals. No, we're going to take the paper. What are you having input goods shortages for? Glass. Okay. Need to up that in the capital, I suppose. We're already doing that. I think we have a couple places here where we have not yet decided on a thing. So here we're going to make glass be their thing. And we will make sure that they have at least 15 infrastructure. They do. And we will whack them all there. Brazil now owes us an obligation. Can we invite you to the customs union? No, but we can start bankrolling you. This will be an well, we can just improve relations, actually. We can absolve the obligation, but I think that... Well, why don't you have good relations with us? We could absolve it. We could bankroll them. . We're pretty close to customs unioning them, so we're gonna dissolve. And then just bank on getting another thing. Just try and get them into the customs union. Customs union is starting to look pretty big. And Iraq, we wanted them in our customs union. They're cautious. We're going to bankroll them as well, which is going to be not as expensive. Oh, that province is Syrian in nationality, and I think we want to bankroll you guys as well. So I guess we are going to want to fight Kebab again for that. Once our boys stand down, we should be in pretty good shape. The investment pool is draining, but it's huge. It's like 6 mils, so we could probably just take a look here. Construction sectors. I'm going to swap this to steel frame. Get a little bit more construction going. Really got to solve the glass problem, but it looks like we're kind of solving it. Kind of. Kind of. Yeah, this line is like straight up. God, this is the most cursed America I've ever seen, though. We didn't even do anything to it. And we annexed Radical Bahrain. And who has New York? We would actually want to get New York. You have New York? America? America? They're not adjacent, they're cautious. Probably pretty hard to get them into trade agreement. Peru, Bolivia just straight up doesn't like us. And they're in the wrong thing. New Granada. We could maybe get New Granada. Because the big thing is not having an adjacency, but if we're going to get Brazil, then we could probably get New Granada. Chile is demanding we end their puppet status. No thanks, dude. In fact, just for that, we might annex you. We can't damage relations. We got too many. Oh, do we even care about damaging relations anymore with these guys? I can't remember. I think we do not have any infamy right now, though, so we want to declare another war. One that kind of gets us a bit of infamy. Vassalizing Transjordan or Transvaal would be one. We could just try and Diplo get them as well. Would want to bankroll them for that. We don't have anyone we're damaging, or we could stop improving relations with them. I guess we'll bankroll Transvaal and just do it the slow way. And maybe we conquer the Congo. But maybe have to fight Russia is the biggest problem with that. How much weaker are we than Russia? 1680 versus 880. Pretty close. I don't think it's it. I don't think we want that heat. I think you're in someone's market. Yeah, you are. It's just Spain, though. We could fight Spain. We do want to damage relations with them, because we want to open their market at some point. I have no idea what we want to do that requires infamy. Except for taking a state from the Ottomans. Taking this state to fix the border going. I thought it was going to be released with Iraq, it wasn't. I guess we could puppet Venezuela. They're in the British market, never mind. Ecuador, we could maybe puppet. Paraguay, we can't because relations. El Salvador is thick. Thick El Salvador. I mean, I guess we could just puppet New Africa, right? 15 infamy, this is kind of whatever. I think that Great Britain's kind of doesn't approve of everything we've been doing. Well, maybe we go for Sinting. Well, Sinting's not going to give us very much infamy. We don't have an interest in that region. Oh, Sin seems fine, and let's take a look at you. You have a population of 2.3 mils, so we can siphon that off quite nicely. Puppeting them seems fine. And we face off against Siam as well. Maybe we'd want to go after Siak instead. These guys are in the Dutch market. Don't want to fight Great Qing though. Of course, we would have Great Britain in the same region as us with that one. So maybe we... I think this is fine. Rivaling them. Actually, was it not? You don't need to. I guess we're just gonna sit tight for now. No, we really got it. We really should declare something. Let's puppet around, hey? We can just conquer the state. Considering we can't find a lot of wars we kind of like. No, we're gonna puppet them. Stick to our guns about doing this low and slow. Should be a pretty easy one to get through as well. We need some construction centers there. Radical Party wins. It's a party. So do we want the Industrialists in or out? I think we've passed everything we want of them in, but it's just a little bit more to maybe make sure that we don't run a negative. Well, let's just do this. We can always put them back in if we want. Yeah, France is having... Ooh, France is actually having just really significant issues. So maybe we're supposed to... Well, we gotta solve this Iran-Hide thing first, but maybe we're supposed to transfer subject off them. Or something like this. So Iran-Hide backs down. And maybe... Well, no, just not just conquer Algiers. Well, we could declare a rivalry for the extra Diplo, for starters. Because they're losing to this revolt, right? Like 100%. And I think we do this. And then maybe declare war on them. A free obligation. Let's find Bhutan here. Forget which one's Bhutan. Really? Oh, there's Bhutan. No, wait, no. There's Bhutan. So we would help you against Rev Bhutan. I think this actually just isn't worth the headache. I think this is a nothing burger. 15k. This is just someone who can rev while they're inside of us? No. France gets full occupied. Alright, we're going to quickly go through this, and then we are going to conclude the episode. We are checking to see who owes us obligations. Of the people we're bankrolling. Uruguay does. You've changed. Oh wait, we'll just absolve to make them friendly here. But yeah, this episode we just had a big fight with the Ottoman Empire. We released Iraq, and we bore witness to the most cursed looking America I've seen so far, of whom we'll try and maybe puppet protectorate this America and try and long-term get access to New York. That'd be kind of a nice little thing. But yeah, things are going quite nicely. We're starting to boom pretty big. We're the number 5 great power if we look at the economy. We have the 4th biggest economy, you know, behind Great Qing, Russia, Austria. Austria is a trade partner, but looks like we might at some point come into a little bit of a conflict with Austria, you know, over this Egypt situation, because we want to subjugate Egypt, and so we might have to kind of set our sights on, you know, fighting Austria. So maybe we start damaging relations with them here, and whoever's their enemies. Oh, they only have a rivalry with Prussia? That's not ideal. And they have trade agreements with some of our allies with... Yeah, no wonder these guys have gotten so strong. They have no enemies and just a whole bunch of friends, and they're allied with Russia. It's going to be a little bit of a difficult go then. So let's not damage relations with them yet, but I'm going to have to figure something out. I know that transferring Quasmid is definitely something we were interested in. But then we have to fight the Austrians. So we're going to have to just sit tight, I think, and get more powerful before we can get all this Arabian Peninsula business, because the great powers have stuck their thumb in here. But for this episode, we released Iraq, we fought Kebab, we banned slavery there, America is cursed, and also probably going to get Brazil in the market next episode. Hope you enjoyed. Feel free to like, comment, subscribe. Have a good one.